Okay, so this is CP Kaiser 2CP. I think that's how you pronounce that. I think. Um, Not sorry if I mispronounced that because I'm crazy. I'm cool. I'm pretty awesome. I like this map. I think this is good so far. There's a few things that I think could be improved on, but I think what you have so far is pretty nice. I know in the description you said it probably plays bad, but I don't think it would. I think it would probably be better than like Gorge, and I assume that's kind of what you're going for. So, but yeah, I had a few things that I wanted to go over. So, first of all, so this courtyard area, you can get stuck here. I assume that's not intentional. But if it is, I very much don't know why you would want that, because this is not, like, a fun thing to have on your map. So, I think you could kind of kill two birds with one stone fixing this, because as well, I think this, like, platform here is a bit too thin because of, like, I guess, the way the lobby is structured. Like, this platform here is a bit thin, and I think if you just... Well, it's not that the platform is thin, it's that it's a bit far back, I think. If you just took, like, all of this and moved it, like, right enough so that you can't, like, drop between here and get stuck, then I think this area would play a lot better, because you wouldn't be able to just, like, accidentally fall down and then just get, like, shredded. Yeah, so I don't know how I feel about the lack of health and ammo. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. I have no idea. But, this area is kind of a sightline. Like, if there's a sniper standing here, I can... You know how far I can see him, though. That's pretty distant. So, and I mean, it kind of is a thing on Gorge as well, but I think the difference is, like, this is kind of pulled forward so that, like, it's a bit less of a distance once you kind of come in here to walk forward, so that it's a bit less easy to get shot. And also, the angle that the exit is from is a bit lower, because, like, the roof of the doorway blocks it. That's a good way to block sightlines, I think, if you're not just gonna, like, change the position of something, is to move it so that it's lower, because, you'll find that, like, the upper half of the doorway blocks a lot as well. Actually, I don't know. Let me just switch over to red so I can see this. Where does the doorway start? Okay, so red can stand in here. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. I mean, it's whatever. I guess. But I don't know. It feels a bit weird. It's probably fine. It's probably okay. Yeah. So I think, oh god. I think, maybe if you make this doorway a bit more tight, and you just kind of move this exit a bit, like, so that the doorway is maybe, like, here, and just keep, like, this wall kind of extended the distance that it is, but just have this doorway, like, here, and maybe tighten it a little bit, maybe, I don't know. That might make it a little bit easier to, like, push out of here, because it wouldn't be so easy for red to, like, stand inside it, and, like, spam at people. And, once you kind of push out, you have a bit of cover. I would maybe even move this forwards to, like, maybe there, maybe. I'm not sure. There's stuff you can do about that. But I guess the main thing is just, like, taking this, I think, and maybe making it a bit wider, maybe not, but then moving it in a way so that these trains are kind of, like, contacting each other, so that it's not, like, so that you can't, like, fall between the like, little gaps here, because I think that's not such a fun thing to have on the map. So, beyond that, I think this area is mostly fine. I mean, it's a Gorge-style, like, opening, like, outside lobby. so it's not that big of a deal how it plays because it's not going to be played on for long. It's quite flat, but I mean that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think that like the bridges kind of add a bit of interesting like gameplay around this. So I think maybe you should place down some lights in this area, some more lights. I mean it's not bad as it is. But I think because a lot of people play with like lower brightness, and it's gonna be like annoying over here because it's like all shadowed. So, you know, maybe like I don't know, lights up here. You know, lights up here. You know, lights like here, whatever. That's something that you can just like figure out yourself. But I think maybe a bit more lighting here would be nice because it's all shadow as it is now. So, yeah. So going into this lobby, I think for the most part this is fine. I don't like that all of this is one height level, like all of this here. I would maybe... I'm not sure how exactly I would change it. That's a bit of a, like, issue I have with Gorge's Lobby as well, is that, again, like, you walk in and it's, like, the same height level. You know, I think if you made it so that, like... I don't know, just, like, the inside was, like... I don't know where you'd put it, but if you had like a set of stairs that inside here I'm slightly higher up than I am walking in from here, then that makes like, you know, this ramp is less steep, this ramp is a bit less steep, although I don't think this one needs to be, it's mainly this one. The other thing as well, this doorway is wide open. So if I'm a sniper, I'm sitting here, I can see quite far in. You don't have to have doorways this open. I mean, you can. I don't think it's worth changing that to be smaller. But, you know, if you have doorways that are open that wide, it's going to be really easy to spam into it. Like, to go into it. Really easy to, like, snipe into it. You know, all that sort of thing. So, I think it's worth maybe making this doorway a bit tighter as well. So... the other thing, I think this whole structure here, where you have, like, the ramp here, and then there's just, like, you know, this right next to it, I don't know, it feels awkward, and I think it looks a little bit bad. I'm not sure how you would replace it, but I think if you can find a way to replace it that still, like, connects these areas up well, then I think it's well worth, like, doing that, because just how it is now, I think it looks bad, and it kind of feels bad. So, yeah. So I think... Oh, right, okay. This side is the side I have the biggest issue with. So, like, you go up here, and there's, like, no space, you know. It's so easy to deny this bit, because, like, you can just stand here, and you can, like, shoot this ramp with rockets, and it's like, what the fuck are they gonna do about that? You know? It's so... This side is basically useless. So, I think if you move this back, you kind of have a bit more space to maybe make this, like, a bit wider, or, like, just make it so that you're not, like, going in a spiral up here onto a thin platform, because, it makes it really difficult if I have to go further away, and I have, like, less space here. So, again, maybe what you could do, I don't know if this is worth, it might be that people hate you for this, because, it would just feel awkward, but I think maybe, like, a bagel jump pad here might be alright, maybe? I'm not sure. You'd have to think about that. Again, I think the lobby, for the most part, is fine. It's just, like, little structural bits. It's, like, you know, this, and just the fact that this is, like, a spiral, and not just, like, a single ramp or whatever. I would say you could probably lower this a bit more as well, just to make it so that the ramp isn't as steep if you're just doing like one or two ramps. So, yeah, there's a few measures you could take. Maybe just like have a ramp that goes up to here, and then just have like a second ramp here that raises it to like this height level or something, I think would probably be a bit better than what you have now, just because there's like no space at the moment. It's gonna be really fucking difficult to push through this. Yeah, so I mean, that's the lobby, I think. This side is kind of weird. This is quite a long sightline. Yeah, and because it's kind of yeah, I mean, there's some weird angles here where, if you get a sniper here and they don't know, then it's gonna be really annoying to die to a guy that's over there. But I mean, I assume someone will see him. I don't know. I know what you're trying to do here, and I think the idea is good, but just, like, it has, like, that massive sightline there that I think is not so good, so, maybe what I would do, get rid of this barrier, and then here, just add, like, a pillar. Just add a pillar here, because it's still... No. Okay, no, never mind. I see why that's there. I think... Because I think having, like, the pillar here... Actually, I don't even think you need to get rid of that wall. You can just have, like, the pillar here. Just have it so that you can't, like, stand on top. And then, you know, I assume my sightline would not be as wide if I'm stood here. I don't know. Just I think something to cover up, like, the fact that standing here, you can see into, like, there. And, like, ooh, that's a bit crazy. You could see that. Would just be really nice. So, yeah. I like this bit to the side here. I think this is well structured. I don't know how I feel about immediately kind of having, you know, you get in here and you immediately have access to, like, this doorway here. I don't know how I feel about that. How many entryways does Red have? I mean, they have, yeah, if you get rid of that, then they only have one entrance, is it? Yeah, I think there needs to be a bit of restructuring done around here. I think maybe this room does not need to be here. I think, one, this is giving blue a bit much, and two, it's restricting red a little bit. I think maybe if you had it so that, like, I'm trying to think, where would you put, like, an entrance there? If you moved these, it could be a good spot, maybe. Or you could... Yeah, I mean, the problem is there's a huge sightline here, which makes it so that you can't really put, like, an additional entrance, like, here or something, because it's, like, you're still walking into the sightline. You're not... Like, it's, like, the combined fact that you're walking in front of this, which is, like, not safe at all, because it's so wide, and then, like, you're going in here just to be shot. But I think possibly, like, an exit here might be alright, maybe. Like, assuming you added the pillar, then you would kind of be exiting, facing the pillar, and assuming that door is smaller, it wouldn't be so bad in terms of, like, the sightline as you come out. But I think that's worth looking at, because it's just gonna allow red to be on the point a bit more, and then I think that also kind of frees you up a bit to, like, close this off, maybe. I don't know, I'm less confident about closing this off, because I think it being an entrance for red is nice as well, but, it seems like it's relatively easy to get blue in here and go around. Actually, I don't know, that's probably not the case, because you have to stand here. Never mind, I think this doorway is fine as is, but I do think that, like, red having two entrances is still, like, not the greatest. So, I would put something, like, I don't know, find a way to make it so that you don't have to, like, walk in front of this entrance. That's probably a lot easier said than done, but, given that the map is structured pretty decently already, I think you could probably do it. So, find a way to make it so that, like, if I'm going in here, I don't have to, like, walk in front of this necessarily. Maybe make it like a shutter or something. I don't know. You can do something about it. And then just have it so that, like, there's an entrance that comes out either, like, here or here. I think that would work out quite well. In terms of this second point, I think there's interesting things about it, but there's not enough verticality to it. It feels like the point is on the high ground here, but then there's kind of nothing if you're coming in to play around. You know, I'm kind of fucked here. I don't have anything to move around, so red is gonna be able to spam at me super easily and also take cover. And it's not like I can get high ground over them. So one thing I thought of alongside the pillar here, one thing I thought of that would be probably really cool, I would imagine, is maybe you, how is this structured? Okay. Maybe you have, like, a shack here. If you look at, like, Snakewater mid, like, the right side of, like, the defending side of mid, I guess. Snakewater mid has, like, the little shack that you can jump off of. And you can, like, you know, scouts can jump onto it, soldiers can jump onto it, they can do shit on it, they can play around it, they can hide behind it. You know, there's all sorts you can do with that. And I think if that was like just here, that would improve this point a lot, because you'd actually kind of be giving something blue to play around. Because not only would you have, like, the verticality of the shack there, but you would also just have the fact that you can, like, hide behind it, which I think would be really valuable. So I think having, like, I don't know, maybe like this big, something like that I think would be alright. And then you also kind of have, like, if I'm stood here, I can't see into that as well. I think that would be nice. You'd be kind of blocking the sightline a bit, and you'd be giving blue something to play off of. So I think making it, like, just about the height so that a scout standing here can double jump onto it. Maybe add, I don't know, like, just a brush or a prop or something here so that I can jump onto the prop and then onto the shack or something. Maybe. But I think the shack would be nice. So there's that. Shack here. Yeah, shack here. Pillar here. And I think a rock here would be nice. Not like taller than, like, this brush here, but just like if I could jump onto the rock here, maybe, like, peeking slightly above it, make it, where'd you put it? Like, if you use this rock, I think, then it could be pretty alright, because that, again, that's like another just, like, little set piece to play off of for blue. So, I think that would be pretty nice. Those are my three main things with this area. That, and make this doorway, like, not a crazy, you know, fucked up sightline. That should be fine. But I do think this point is fun. It just, I think, has not reached its full potential yet. There's not, there's set pieces that you could use that you've just not yet. So, yeah. I think that does it for this one. This lobby here is pretty nice. I like this. It's simple, and it has, like, the height variation. It feels like this could be part of, like, a Valve map. So, yeah, I think this is pretty nice. I don't know if I would suggest any changes to it other than to do with, like, this. And, like, the fact that there's no entrance here. I don't think I would. I think this is, from what I'm seeing here, this is, like, fine as is. So, you get behind here. Maybe, like, plug this up so you can't get behind here, because this is a weird spot that I think is kind of janky. But other than that, yeah, I like this lobby. I think this is good. So, kudos. Yeah, this is nice. For the last point, this last point is super interesting, I think. I really like this, but there's just a few issues with the sightlines. Like, if I'm stood here, you know, I can see over there. I can see over there. Especially, you can see that ammo and the pack here, which is going to be really annoying if people retreat here for health. So, I think close up this doorway, because this is, like, comically large. This is way too big. Close this up. Maybe have it so that you come out on, like, I don't know, Maybe, maybe you can have it so that, like, there's some slight high ground here, like, going into this. Just make it, like, slightly higher, like, from here. Make it, like, slightly higher, have, like, a ramp up to it, or something. You could probably work out something like that. And then you just come out, like, on high ground a little bit. But I think, as it is now, this is just too easy to shoot into, especially onto these packs. Also, I don't think this high ground should have any resources, because otherwise a sniper and an NG are just going to be able to sit here for ages. How much... Actually, let me check. How much can you deny as NG sat up here? Yeah, so I mean, you can spam onto the sentry, so that's not too bad. But I think the metal there doesn't help. I don't think this spot, like, needs that, so I think you should just remove both of those. I think those aren't worth keeping there. Especially since down here there is, like, nothing. I know it's close to the spawn room, but there really, I think, should be something here. So, yeah. The point itself, I think, is really nice. I like this a lot. You know, it's... Yeah, I think this point doesn't need much in terms of changes. Not that I can tell, anyway. Most of it is to do with, like, the sightlines. This entrance is good. I like that this is coming out, like, perpendicular to everything else. This is okay. I don't know how something about this feels off to me, but I don't know what it is. So I think you just have to take a look at that yourself. I think this should not be open because there's, like, some slight angles you can get here that are kind of weird. I don't think you should keep that open. I think you should just make it like this. So, this spawn room. Ooh, that is nasty. Okay, you can sit in spawn and aim all the way over there. And if someone dies to that, they're gonna be, like, really upset. So, I would, I don't know if I would want to tighten this doorway. Maybe not. I don't know. See how it plays. But I think, just block this sightline by having, like, a bit of a wall here. Maybe. And then it kind of functions like, the roof... Not the roof side. The shack side of Snakewater Last, where it kind of... You have, like, this entrance here, and then you have, like, a little area where you can kind of gather, and then you just kind of come out, like, in line with the point. I don't know, because the thing is, I don't think this exit is even really that good, because it's so far away from everything. Everybody's gonna want to be using this. So, that I'm not so sure about. I don't know how that would play. But I think this side is good, it just needs a few tweaks to it, so... yeah, I think if you move this to, like, this side, then you have, like, the wall here, then that pretty much fixes, like, your sightline issues. And then just have it so that this wall is, like, here, where the doorway is, like, here. So, and I think that would improve things a lot, because this area wouldn't be, like, so fucking huge. Because that's, I think, my main criticism with it, is that this feels, like, really big. Whereas if it was just like this, it would feel a lot smaller, and a lot more, like... Not focused, but I guess, like, just a lot more... I guess that the space would be, like, effectively used. Whereas I think now it feels just too big. So I would, you know, keep this bit of the doorway the same. Pull this down. Move this right. And then move this right, as well, to like, here. Move that to, like... I don't know, here. Something like that. And that should be good. Ooh, this is kind of janky. I mean, you're not really gonna get a kill with this, I would imagine, but it's still... Yeah, that's kind of nasty. Yeah, but I think that about covers it, I think. I like this, by the way. I like this little room here. don't know, you can kind of stand inside and shoot over there, and I don't think you should be able to do that, but I don't know. I think that the inclusion of this is good for the map, and I wouldn't want to get rid of it, so I think it's worth keeping just until you can find, like, a way to kind of reduce that a bit, because I think it is, like, a cool little set piece that you have there. This feels awkward. Nobody's gonna do this. So I would just move that against the wall or something, or maybe even get rid of it completely just to, like, declutter the area. Yeah. I think that's about everything. Yeah, I guess so. Oh, why is this open? This is weird. Someone's gonna, like, get stuck here. I don't know. I'm a big proponent of removing bits of geometry that, like, nobody's gonna use, so I think making that inaccessible would be nice. And then maybe you could put, like, a pillar here if it doesn't take up too much space, and then that probably, like, nerfs a couple of the sightlines. I would imagine. Yeah, a lot of potential with this map. I think this is a really, really good start for, like, a Gorge-style attack-defend map. So, if you do choose to update this, I'm really excited to see where it goes, because it's looking real nice already. I think you have a lot of really good ideas. But yeah, I think that's it for this. Oh, how high is the capture zone? Actually, that's... No, I think this capture zone is a bit high up as well. I would lower that just a little bit. Or maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Yeah, I think that about covers everything. Yeah, really excited to see how this map turns out. This is nice as hell, man. Good job with this. Alright, see ya.